What's the weekly routine for the magazine?
Well, it's not so much a weekly routine as a monthly routine. We're a 12 issues a year magazine, and it follows a straightforward cycle, really. We build up to print date, which takes place at the end of the month. We always go to print on a Tuesday evening, which is the final Tuesday of every month, and then the magazine will come out on the Wednesday after that and hit the shops on the Wednesday, and in the interim period from that Tuesday night to the Wednesday, we look back on what we've done, go through the bits that were great, the bits that were less than great, and debrief the whole issue, I suppose, with an editorial meeting to fall halfway in that week. So we complete the magazine on the Tuesday night and we send it to print. On the Wednesday and the Thursday we talk about what went well. On the Friday we have a meeting with the whole editorial team. The Wednesday and the Thursday for our editorial team are used for creation of new ideas. So they come armed with a whole set of ideas and article proposals to me and to the rest of the team, and then we chat about it on the Friday. Much of the month is built around putting plans in place, replying to phone calls, setting up meetings, emails obviously, and then actually getting through the process of getting the interviews done and articles completed and so on. And that to me as editor is quite an intense period. But those final couple of days, although highly charged, are great fun because you know that you've broken the back of it and you know that you're going to get there and you know that things will be all right and you know that you will hit your deadline. And so they're quite tense, but they're incredibly rewarding when you get it done. And we always get it done. Sometimes by the skin of our teeth, but we always get it done. It's always a great buzz when you get it done. When you actually get it out the door and I click that button on that website, on our printer's website to say job approved, that's good. That's a nice feeling. And the first drink in the pub, half an hour after I click that button, when we all go down there and pat each other on the back and try not to get too sentimental, that's also good. I've been involved since the third issue. First as a writer, then as deputy editor for about 5 years. And then I took over the editorship of the magazine in January last year. How has it changed? It's hard to pinpoint because all good magazines are constantly evolving. And it would be remiss of me, I think, to pick out specific examples. There's not been an overhaul as such of the magazine, and as I say, I was deputy beforehand, so I was well involved in the conception of the thing in the first place. I would possibly say, if you're going to push me on it, that we've become slightly more serious-minded since I've taken over. We've attempted to try and hopefully successfully pulled off various kind of investigative pieces that maybe we wouldn't have attempted beforehand. This comes with increased budgets. You can pay people to really get their teeth into an article. But it also comes with maybe a slightly more grown-up approach. The key thing with All Out Cricket magazine is we are produced by Tri-North, right? Tri-North Limited, Tri-North Now Communications is a publishers. And that publishing company set up All Out Cricket 8-9 years ago. It's a cricket specialist publishers. So we produce the Cricketers Who's Who. We produce various other cricket-based products. We've done event guides and programs for counties. We do benefit brochures for players. And obviously we do this magazine as well. We also have a working website as well, alloutcricket.com. So in a way, it's kind of a cricket bureau, if you like. You know, we cover off lots of different areas. And so there are people in that room who have diversified their talents to work elsewhere and on different projects and maybe more administratively or more commercially driven, but they're also very capable cricket writers as well. We have a good team of people that at the drop of a hat I can phone up. We have certain regular freelancers who contribute furniture pieces, as they're known, monthly regular pieces. In the last couple of years especially, we've bucked the trend somewhat and been able to expand. We've expanded our editorial budgets, we've expanded our pagination. There's now 116 rather than 100. We were 100 for a number of years, 116 for the last year and a half. Expand our editorial staff and expand our commercial revenues as well. Circulation's been okay. Circulation's been good, in fact, over the last couple of years. When we began, it's no secret that we were a small, ambitious but straightened organisation who had to cut costs and had to ask kindly people to help us out in order to get established. Now the reality is that most magazines fold, and most magazines fold after 5 issues. That's the industry standard. We're 104 issues old. In the early years, we didn't have much support financially, and the magazine didn't support itself financially. Now it does. Now it exists fine. It runs itself. It's a self-sufficient magazine. And that wouldn't be the case without standard and solid readership figures. And so while they don't go through the roof, and they don't, unfortunately, with many magazines at all, they are solid and reliable enough for us to expand elsewhere in the business. Our website is a different looking beast to what it was a year or two ago, and we wouldn't have been able to do that if we hadn't been able to secure the magazine's readership figures and therefore its commercial revenue and so on. So the magazine stands on its own terms, but we can't exist purely as a magazine. Not today. 10 years ago, you could have got away with it. 20 years ago, I'd be sitting here a rich man. But today, you need a website. You need the facility to produce a digital version of this magazine, which we have and which we've done. Initially with supplements, so support publications. We did, for example, a women's cricket special last summer, which was a 68-page B5 giveaway with the magazine, which we then turned into a digital version that became an app that you could buy on iTunes. We've done the same thing for England's tour to India last winter, and we'll be looking to do the same thing over the next 6 months to a year as well. And we have the facility in our office for people to produce these things that I personally don't understand and don't even get close to understanding the technicalities of it, but we have people who get that. You can't have a modern brand without all of these supports. You just can't do it anymore. But I think what it will have to be realistically is a balance between print, digital, web, smartphones, Androids, iPhones, iPads, and it will need to be one of these multimedia platforms, as they call them. And for All Out Cricket to continue to tick over and to be what it is, which is something that we're all pretty proud of, we'll need to be sharp, and as ahead of the curve as possible. Everyone else is scrabbling to get to that point as well, of course. But if we can keep going the way that we've gone, accept that it's a changing landscape, not be too romantically tied to this kind of old-fashioned style, and accept that there are plenty of other ways to skin a cat in order to get what is great content over to a receptive bunch of readers, provided we keep there, then we'll be all right.